Dear participants, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us online to this new webinar of the CCI France Chin and Bureau Veritas. Today, we are really glad to welcome Miss Tracy Chen, new Product Development Manager at Bureau Veritas, who is going to present us the topic, how to restart your business with appropriate health, hygiene, and safety condition. Tracy, the microphone is all yours.
Good afternoon, everyone. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm glad. I'm so glad to be here to introduce you the new service offered by Bureau Veritas Group for the restart of all the operations in the period of post-pandemic. Now is all the organization's priority to restart the business as quickly as possible with appropriate health, safety, and hygiene conditions. Especially, they would like to offer the reassurance to end consumers as a B2C organization, and also to make sure the safe working conditions for their own employees and workers. And also, they would like to make sure the compliance with local regulation to with a consistent way, which could be validated across all the sites around the world. So that's why Bureau Veritas Group, we had this new business as restart your business with BV initiatives, which is a suite of solutions to meet the needs of all sectors of the economy as they reopened for business. So Bureau Veritas could train all the teams effectively on hygiene good practices and to make a verification, show that the company or the organization all the protective and preventive measures are properly set up and implemented in a transparent way. Okay. And the service could cross all the business as B2C, such as hospitality, hotel, say a restaurant, bank, retail, or shopping centers, or leisure facilities such as cinema and park. Okay, and also for public building or the schools or transport for those public building, yeah. And also for some private companies such as industry size and construction sites for the private space to verify that protective measures are properly implemented, and also provide reassurance to the worker, to the employee, and the end consumers. So later on, I will show you all some successful cases around the world for the safeguard label audit for our restart your business with BV initiatives. Actually, so the restart your business with BV initiatives could be implemented in all around the world because of Bureau Veritas' global presence in around 140 countries with 75,000 professionals across the world. And how does it work? Here's the steps. Firstly, we can help you to define the list of control points with a customized, with a ready-to-use BV checklist or a customized checklist by discussing with your with your company or organization. And then we can schedule the audit, and we offer a flexible audit approach by offering the remote audit and on-site audit approach to you. And we have the global coverage with possibility to conduct both, yeah. And we have also developed the best-in-class digital solutions, which could also be introduced to you later on for specific solutions. And then if 100% compliance of those criteria and control points, the label could be granted, as well as a certificate would be issued. And the validity of the label and the certificate would be 6 months. And we will offer a follow-up audit, or we can call it a mystery audit, and announced audit during the 6 months to make sure all the preventive and protective measures by the company or the organization is still effective, implemented. And all the results of our audits will be gathered in an official central repository, and we have a public website, and we also offer a dashboard solution specialized for a group company. Okay, so later on I'll show you this one. And our checklists, which already were developed by a group of health, safety, and hygiene experts, and used already by so many customers around the world already, and which is based on our global most recognized best practices and recommendations related to preventive measures to be applied for a safe business restart after COVID-19 lockdown period. Here's are some checklist examples. Actually, we had 3 categories of checklists which could be offered to your company or organization to restart the business. One is for the system audit checklist. Usually that could be used by corporate level for a corporate or company who has sound system to organize the protective and preventive measures and documentation in the company. And we also offer a global genetic site inspection checklist, which could be used for on-site inspection by our auditor or inspector. And also we developed the checklists based on industry experience and local regulation, which could be called a specific site inspection checklist specific to all industries. So we are offering a fully digital process just from the beginning of the audit. Our auditor could use a platform. It's a Bureau Veritas internal system, a platform to do audit, just finish the online reporting on site based on the control points agreed by both parties for the customized checklist. And then we also could use the software to generate certificate and the label for the safeguard solution to issue to grant the label and the certificate. Also, we are here. I'll show you this digital platform. Actually, we have 2 platforms just developed for the use of your company or organization. One is a dashboard to make sure a company or a group company could monitor all the performance of all the sites around the world, just with the dashboard as the performance monitoring and the status monitoring. And also, Bureau Veritas, this one could make us so different because we also offer kind of public website which could be used as Google Map to show the sites which were audited or inspected by Bureau Veritas, to hold the valid label and certificate, to show them the effective implementation of protective and preventive measures. So you could find yourself positioned on the map if you visit the website from the computer, laptop, or from the mobile phone. You could visit the public website to find whether you are in the position of holding the valid label and certificate of restart your business with BV. And also you will find your partner around the world. Say if you travel to Paris and you would like to check whether there's a safe place for you to eat, to live, and then you could find around, then you find those sites with points to express, to show you that it was validated by Bureau Veritas for the safeguard label. Okay, so also that's here are some cases I would like to show you with Proud. For Accor, they had the label, say we called that all safe label by Accor. We launched the label, and based on sanitary measures to support the return to business in the hospitality and the restaurant industry. And also Melia, they also customized the label as Stay Safe by Melia labeling program, just to show them the site was verified on hygiene and protective measures in more than 40 countries. And the label has been designed specifically due to the COVID-19 pandemic. And also in Colombia, for public buildings, we also verified the Sula group. And especially for transportation industry in Spain, for health, safety, and hygiene verification and the COVID-19 service testing on 12 ferries and 2 passengers terminals were verified and inspected by Bureau Veritas. And this is the latest news for the biggest European shopping center, Westfield. So they had this label audit on hygiene, safety, and the environment practices dedicated to the prevention of health risks within all URW's European shopping centers. So now they are reopened, they are open, and they would like to show the confidence to the end consumers. All the protective and prevention measures are in place and implemented and verified by a third party. Yes, I would like to show you this label, say safeguard, and then you could find the slogan that's restart your business with BV, and with a QR code. If you scan or any public, any person, individual, you could scan it and then to find the validity of the label. And for the shopping mall, for the restaurant or the hotel, they are proud to just show to the public, now it's safe. All the risks are addressed just with the validation of a third party. And the label could be customized, like the Accor project, they call it All Safe, or Melia, they call it Stay Safe by Melia. So the label, the safeguard label by Bureau Veritas could be customized based on the company's request or agreed by both parties. And also you can show it on the fence, yeah, on the building, on the entrance, on the door. And we also offer different color schemes to for you to customize your own label, to just make use of the third-party verification project, again, for the priority to reassure to the end user, to the end consumer, the confidence and the trust. Okay, I think it's almost the end of our presentation. I just, for now, yeah, I just have a quick introduction of our business for the Restart Your Business with BV initiatives around the world. And I would like to have, maybe now it's a Q&A session, so I would like to answer all of your questions one by one to maybe just go deeper, just based on your question. Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Tracy, for your presentation. Actually, we also received some questions by email before this event, so I'm just going to give them to you. The first one was, will there be incentive for companies to complete the prevention excellence label? How does it work? And yeah, how to proceed with it as a companies?
So for the first question is about the sensitive. So yeah, so actually Restart Your Business with BV initiatives or the safeguard label audit project or the prevention excellence label actually is not is not to replace the regulation, is not to replace the local authority or inspection and local authority regular check. So actually, for any company who's going to apply for a Restart Your Business with BV initiative or the label audit, actually already has the evidence checked by local authority to comply with local regulation under COVID-19. Okay, so actually it's not so sensitive, or it's not risky for us to provide a third-party independence verification. Actually, a company has already done their own work by comply with local law and the regulation. And then you just need a third-party verification on the protective and prevention measures implemented in the company. So actually it's a third-party independent verification. It's the same as BV we did for the past years as a third-party or as a certification body. So we provide assurance based on an independent verification. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm switching to the next questions, which was, what's your strategy to make the customer aware of your new system so they can be confident that these public spaces are safe to go?
Yes, that's a good question, because actually we are now offering a label audit approach. And we also offer both remote audit and field audit as a combination during COVID-19 pandemic. So actually we are making such verification by remote audit or by a label, which could just used by the company or the organization who was verified or was validated by BV. They could use the label on the reception, on the front desk, on the building as you just see. So the label could be used on different places for you to display, which could build the confidence to the public and the potential clients. Yes, thank you.
Right, and just to complete these questions, the person also asked, so yeah, to complete this first question, will each city have their own standard or they have the process of nation worldwide?
Okay, so if the question was from a group, yes, we say we had a dedicated group system audit checklist, which is ready to use. That means you don't need to develop your own standard. We already have developed our Bureau Veritas standard or criteria, which has around 50 control points for you to use. So it's ready to use checklist, and it's ready to use standard or criteria. That's easy to implement, and you don't need to have, it's not necessary for you to have a complicated documentation system, but you need to show us the evidence how you implement the preventive and the protection measures nationwide.
Okay. We just received another question online from one of our participants of the webinar, asking about in case of COVID infection within the verified company, are there responsibility for the verified company of Bureau Veritas, or how does it goes about this?
The question is about how they apply or how they...
Yeah, how the responsibility goes, or how is it applied, or how is it checked?
Okay, so I'll go back to my slides, to the one to show you the steps or the approach of our audit. Okay, I think because we didn't put some concrete samples here, so you can't see our documentation, say the example of the check. I think you already see all the checklist sample, but maybe you don't see other documentation for how does it work. Okay, so actually it's I think health and safety second party inspection is not a new thing. It's not a new thing to all the companies. But due to the COVID-19, now all the companies, they started to focus on hygiene conditions and for the preventive and protective measures implemented in the company related to hygiene, health, and safety. So we would like to provide, or we would like to, we are happy to discuss with the party about one customized checklist. That means we could sit together to work out a checklist which is applicable to the company in the industry. So I think just now also I show you all the business sectors. Actually, for all the sectors, maybe not limited to all the sectors here, we are now offering solutions to all the sectors. Like we had the news for the Central Park in Paris, right? So for park, also for sports, now some stadium they are reopened in Europe. And also in China, I think the cinema, also stadium, they are waiting for the announcement of reopen the business. So actually, for all business sectors, not only this one, we offer this customized checklist development. So actually, we already had a ready-to-use template for the company to implement. And for the conduct of the audit, actually, we can do some desk review of the company's documentation or risk assessment before the remote audit or the field audit. And then we could deliver the remote audit or the field audit for the site, with the specific site on-site inspection checklist. And based on the Bureau Veritas internal platform, which could generate online audit report easily or directly just on-site when the audit finish. And the label will be granted just after the certification decision was made. So that's not a long process since your company to apply for the label audit. It's quite straightforward approach. If a company has already implemented such transparent, protective and prevention measures based on the local laws and the regulations, it's a compliance verification program, and the label could be granted just to make sure the public will be aware of the company's efforts on the protection of the consumers and workers. And finally, I just show you the one which make Bureau Veritas different is the public website. Yes, I think for this one, that's the benefit of our clients for the traceability portal to give visibility on the granted labels. So you will see your position on the public website, and also you will see your partner. You won't be alone, because now around the countries, around 40 countries or more, BV already issued labels to the industry leaders. Okay. Thank you. I don't know whether that answers your question about the approach.
It's all fine. Did you want to share some other insight about Bureau Veritas, or?
For the introduction of Bureau Veritas, so I don't know, Chloe, or you would like to just make a brief introduction to Bureau Veritas?
It's really up to you if it's in the presentation. Otherwise, we're going to.
Yeah. So I think for today, today's presentation, we could focus on the restart your business with BV for the label audit approach. So if you don't just understand our approach, how we grant the label, how we deliver the on-site inspection, then I would be happy to answer that. For Bureau Veritas, you could know more from our Bureau Veritas website, later on from our presentation, the leaflet.
Okay, well, thank you very much for sharing your presentation, Tracy, and for sharing Bureau Veritas expertise on this topic. Thank you all participants for joining us today, and we hope to see you again soon on CCI Network and future webinars. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for your time. Goodbye.